What's up guys, Ben here bringing you another video today. We've gotten some news about potentially the first event of the season. I know there's been a lot of speculation on when the season will start. I think we've gotten some more clarity, so let's take a look at the article from Jacob Hale and discuss. All right, so headline on the article, sources, Call of Duty League planning to host an opening event in Atlanta. According to sort of sources, the Call of Duty League is planning to host a first event of the 23-24 season in Atlanta, home of CDL's most dominant franchise, the Atlanta Faze. So we haven't had a Atlanta event since Atlanta Home Series 2020. So that was like pre-COVID, right before COVID. And that was a fun home series. They did add like an interesting venue that's like a new kind of multi-purpose arena that was closer to the airport. It's actually a nice venue. But if you scroll down here, it actually seems like this isn't going to be a standalone event. It looks like CDL is targeting Dreamhack Atlanta, which is going on as the last Dreamhack event of the year. Will be going on at the World Congress Center downtown, like literally downtown. And that will be part of an activation there at that event. And more, I think, interestingly enough, is that COD Mobile World Championships is also going to be taking place at that event. So I find that interesting because, I've talked about a lot after Raleigh last year that I felt like that event concept, which was a combination event of CDL Major 1. You had Code Bowl, which is sort of the Call of Duty Endowment Charity, which I think is for a great cause, helping folks in the military, post-military career get a job location and other resources. And you also had the COD Mobile World Championships, which they've been trying to do a LAN for forever at that point, and COVID was kind of holding them back. So we had kind of this big celebration of all things Call of Duty, and I think it created a really cool atmosphere in Raleigh, and I'm very curious and happy to see that it looks like they're trying to run back at least some piece of that with COD Mobile into CDL at Dreamhack Atlanta. I think the other reason you may kind of ask the question is like, well, why Dreamhack? We've never done stuff at Dreamhack before. Seen Halo do it, seen like CS do it. Well, I think the reason that this Dreamhack thing is happening is kind of interesting sort of behind the scenes stuff. So Esports Engine, who are the production partner, broadcast partner for the CDL, as of the beginning of this year, were bought by Savvy Media Group, aka a parent company that's got a lot of investment from Saudi Arabia. They own ESL, Dreamhack, Faze, or whatever you want to call it. So I think that synergy now options available to Activision that wasn't necessarily there before because Esports Engine and ESL were two different companies. Now they're kind of unified under one umbrella. So like that efficiency to have an event that you could go into, get space, produce out of. We've seen a lot of esports do plenty of activations at a Dreamhack. Makes sense for CDL in order to add more events into the season without really ballooning their additional production costs. So it kind of makes sense there a lot. And I think this, if it happens, is also a key win for us. Like we have had up until last year, we're talking Modern Warfare 2019, Cold War, and Vanguard. The season didn't really start until the end of January. And then even then, those were like these exhibition matches, right? We had opening weekend of Modern Warfare 2019, basically exhibition games. We had single elimination online, or rather just like one-off show matches in Cold War online that were pretty boring. In Vanguard, we had that single elimination tournament at ESL was, kind of whatever. And then last year was the first year we actually like did it properly, and I thought it was a better start. So I think trying to go down that chain is better than like waiting until 3 months after the game comes out and then all the interest is down. Like all that stuff, doesn't really work well in terms of the marketing the league, the interest for the league. There's too much of a gap there to continue the offseason. So there are a couple of additional questions here. One is sort of, what is this event? Jake has tweeted since he put out this article that from what he's heard, it may not necessarily be a major, it might be a kickoff event. I had heard rumors last year in regards to the Raleigh event that there was kind of a lot of discussion about, what is the points worth for that event? Should it be considered a major? And it seems like they're kind of still having that thought process of like, beginning of the season, end of the season, what is the value of this event? I think it'd be very disappointing if they went down the route of what they did in Vanguard with a single elimination exhibition tournament, because having teams go play one event and be out, or one match and be out, is not really worth their time. So what I hope this event is, what would be really interesting, and I think it's going to do this, is to do what we did last year, have a pro-am. You've got a group stage with CDL teams, a couple amateur teams that qualify into. You run the group stage, people get out of the group stage into a bracket, double elimination bracket. We go from there and we crown a winner. Like that format works. You see it all the time in other esports. I think like Halo is a great example of why that format works and drives participation in the open bracket, which by the way, first event of the season, you know those open bracket passes are going to sell out. It makes this like too much sense. Now, one kind of logistical thing with this that I think is sort of an open question is Dreamhack, at least the public portion of Dreamhack, runs on Friday to Sunday, so December 15th to 17th. Now for Raleigh, we had, the way it worked is you had the event, challengers, qualifiers on Wednesday, and then you had Thursday, Friday as the group stage portion of the event with some bracket matches. First part of the bracket playing on Friday, we played through the bracket on Saturday, and then Sunday we finished it off. So they actually stretched out of 4 days. I think you could do it in 3 days. That's what Halo does. And I don't think there would be an issue for them getting it done in 3 days. You would have to have more multiple streams throughout, pretty much up until like winners finals, losers finals type situation. You get to top 3, then you got to really go down to like, then you can go down to a single stream. So people are just going to kind of have to live with the sort of multi-stream thing in order to really execute a schedule. I think the other question then is like, you know, are they going to do a portion on Thursday that's not open to the audience? How are they going to do the challengers qualifier into this? Again, if they go down this route, I'm just speculating, like how are they going to handle all of that? I'm very interested to see. But to me, I think this is a good sign. Having a kickoff event in December is better than nothing. I'm hoping kind of from my end, and I don't want to speak too much for like Tommy, but trying to do some kickoff stuff as well around game launch, and then kind of leading into this event would be something that we'd want to do. But I'm glad that it seems like someone between either Activision, CDL, or Esports Engine is trying to make a kickoff event happen. Without it, I think we'd have a unhelpful start to the season in the middle of winter, and this would be way better. So more to come here, I think. All right, let me know what you guys think of the video. Like if you enjoyed, subscribe for more. We have a cool, by the time you probably see this video, we're doing a cool Stallion Showdown tournament. Today, Black Ops 3 4v4, so make sure you tune in, and probably will still be going by the time this video goes along. But this is going to be one of many sort of throwback tournaments, and shout out to Tommy for working with Faze and organizing these. Make sure you check that out. And as always, guys, we will see you on the next one.